No.
Well, to be fair, it has been, let's see. How long?
Yeah, it's been a minute. Uh, Play this song as the intro.
No, I already made a custom-made intro scene. God damn it, shut up. Let me do my own intro. Welcome back, y'all. My name is AJ, and I'm here to yap about Higurashi when they cry, Ray.
You know what? I probably shouldn't post that in here because that's the thumbnail's spoiler. Anyways, yeah.
Satsuki Uruki, whatever the fuck this chapter is. Today is August 18th, 2026. That's,
Saikoroshi?
I think so.
Saikoroshi, yeah.
What's 8 minus 2?
21?
It's been 6 months since we last did this.
Jesus.
But not to you guys, and not to me, because technically I rewatched the entire episode, recording it, yes,
Editing it?
Editing. This is such a fuck-ass gimped intro. I talked about in that previous episode that I was getting to Final Fantasy 14 and it's starting to consume my life. You're like, AJ, you should stop that. That was 6 months ago.
Yeah. And in the meantime, I made someone else read the entirety of Phase 1 of Sakonia. Or should I just say Sakonia?
You say Sakonia, but I'm dead. Last time, Rika was living the high of finally living past the summer of June 1983. Or, excuse me, it's not summer yet, according to those fucky fucks. But then she got hit by a truck and ended up in an isekai world where no one's friends and everyone's having a normal, peaceful life. And it's the worst thing ever. Like, people aren't killing each other because they love each other so much. It's bullshit. And basically, Hanyu...
And Katie's nowhere found. No.
Her parents are still alive and didn't die a horrible death. And Satoshi is losing his mind in a basement for a year. And Satoko's parents are still alive. But oh no! I'm not friends with Satoko! I can't make the relationship starting right now! No! Anyway, Hanyu said we had to do something, so we're gonna do that something. Begin!
Oh, yeah. Hanyu is like Otacon this time.
Focus R. Higurashi was a Focus M. The Mario was a AAA game meme.
Oh fuck!
Higurashi was a AAA game. Focus.
Focus R.
Focus Rika, codename Frederica Bernkastel.
Punish Rika.
I hope Satoko will be there when I woke up that morning.
Made an Unreal Engine.
This bathroom wall was just half-awake dream of mine. So I woke not to a familiar ceiling, but the one in the fruit main house. I felt nothing but disappointment. My parents are alive. Fuck me. Mind hazy, I recalled the situation I've been put into. Next moment, carelessness got lost in a strange world. Thank you for recapping. Hanyu's power couldn't reach her, so it'll be incredibly difficult to escape. Like trying to climb a spider's thread to paradise. But a spider's thread was still there. No matter how thin it was, its presence meant there was still a chance. Scrabble was blocking Hanyu's power. And I didn't even know what it looked like.
This is a new song.
Possible clue that Hanyu was the deity Hinamizawa, so it's probably in the village somewhere. Things I want to convey. Sutai no. A E in Japanese makes an I sound.
Sutitai.
Sutitai koto. So it's probably a village.
Jay is playing Higurashi when they cry ho.
I picked up the crystal ball, which I snuck out of the ritual into the storehouse. The ball gave a weak and somewhat somehow unnatural light. Pressed to my forehead, I could sense the faint presence that only I, as a witch, could feel. Sure that whatever I needed to find, I would get the same feeling from it as this.
Oh, you as a witch.
Again, like the crystal ball, I probably have to hold on to my forehead to sense anything. It seemed like things to be as simple as wandering about until I felt something. It's related to Hanyu's power, like this crystal ball was, almost certainly in that storehouse. Fortunately, the storehouse was a complete mess of everything from ancient torture devices to piles of old documents to mountains of trash I didn't even know how to use. The only place with a semblance of cleanliness is space around the vessel and the altar. You know, especially an object as small as this crystal ball would be no simple matter. You're not my mom, Beatrice! Mom from the kitchen.
I forgot that's her mom.
Wasn't the one I went to. If I had time to go somewhere I didn't belong, then I should be using to search the storehouse. There's no proof my search will only take 1 or 2 days. Really hated to say it.
Nice.
But since I didn't know what it looked like, maybe I needed to prepare myself for search to take years. I go to school, Eva Confucius will call the house I stay with that home that day. It happened and caused trouble with both school and my parents. I could imagine how much time this search would take. Parents grew sussy, then things would get harder. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. Although it's frustrating for weekdays. So I got up and decided to eat breakfast. During mealtime, I was rambling how I was never allowed to go into the ritual storehouse again, sadly made the food taste worse. Mother was always insistent and long-winded. I hated this part of her. The elders in the village laughed and said she couldn't help it, since she did it to her only beloved daughter. To me, she was just a nuisance. Tough love was what I needed at the moment. The only thing I could be thankful for was maybe that I had to make breakfast for myself. But I could do it on my own. That's how she left it to me. Done eating and starting getting ready for school, my mother continued to nag me about making it on time. God, Mom, I wish you were dead! How aggravating. When the school wasn't so bad, I see my mother's face for half a day. Thanked her for food, cleaned my plate, utensils the sink, and left immediately for school. Time to go learn about fractions for the 500th time.
I think she's memorized the worksheets by now.
No, she's stupid.
True.
If everything's going to betray my expectations anyway, I wish class would too. But even this world, class went exactly the same as the world I knew. Thought I escaped that world and now it's repeating. 1 + 1 = 3 for once. Made me feel more listless. Struck myself by teasing Satoko, but her seat was far away from mine. She was probably also so bored with class she didn't know what to do with herself. Satoshi earnestly studied his next seat over, was constantly trying to get her to focus. Mion seemed to be butt into Reina's business too. But they weren't fooling around. It was strange. Oh, we'll go. Reina, I see how it is. Because there was not a pleasant sight. Everyone in the classroom was like that. I was the only one left out. We know whether my seat was in its own row because of an odd number of students, or that I chose this seat on purpose in this world. Or maybe I'm just stinky. See, it's separated from the rest of the classroom.
It's like the worm. The green cloud around her.
Ew! There. Satoko was part of the circle of 7 friends, including her brother. She was fucking paranoid. No place for me to wedge myself into. Mion and Reina was sitting face to face at 8. No room for me there either. They started making out. How dare they without me? Yeah, okay. Funny and meals seemed natural, like it was something that happened every day. For a while I waited, hoping for Satoko, Mion, and Reina to invite me over. Reina. The clock's minutes moved 5, then 10 places, and I realized I might be left behind in eating. Finally gave up and opened my bento box. Inside were leftovers last night's burned Hamburg steak and the white rice with nori seaweed that was now sticky. Spinach wrapped with gooey nori. Remains of the kimpita was chopped burdock route, which was also there. Guess I forgot about that. For some reason my mother overcooked everything. Somewhere's dangerous you let it heat in, was a favorite phase of hers. She would cook steaks until they're rock hard. To make fish, she turned them teeth inside to ashes. I thought it was better than that. She knew how hot to cook things. When I learned how to cook from Hanyu and started to make things better than my mother, she was not very happy. Tasted terrible too. No presentation either. Man decided to have a bento contest, only I had this. I'd end up in last place. But there was no club in this world, so I have to worry about that. Satsuko's happy laughter.
Enjoying the fucking Miss Ferude roasting.
Roasting, I get it. I see. My feelings.
Yeah.
Did it get through? Satsuko burst out of seat and glared at me.
さっきからジロジロと何見てんのよ。何か文句あんなら直接言ったら。文句なんかないです。
やめなよ、さとこ。たまたま目があっただけじゃないか。
たまたまじゃないもん。ずーっとジロジロ見てんの。気持ち悪いったらありゃしない。
What are you? Wow! Amongst themselves looking at me. I can hear what they say, but I can imagine they're enjoying themselves.
ごめんなさいです。ジロジロ見ないです。
ジロジロ。
そうしてよね。せっかくのクリームコロッケの味が落ちちゃうもん。
Jesus, get off my dick.
I know, Jesus fucking Christ.
On my desk a little so I couldn't see Satsuko and the others. First, I called this world Satsuko's cold, but looks like I was mistaken. This world Satsuko didn't like me? Or this fucking asshole.
Well, she's just a bitch.
Seemed formed a community around her. No place for me in it. How dare this 10-year-old child act out. We should... No, I'm not making that joke. I'm not making that joke. But I ate. On all the other worlds, our club members will be enjoying lunch together. Satsuko will be there, Rena, Mion, Keiichi, everyone will be having fun, spending their break cheerfully and noisily. When Rena came over, appeared in my bento box.
リカちゃんのお弁当はハンバーグとほうれん草なんだね。美味しそう。
Damn, bitch! You cook like this? Clearly, I need to come over to try and comfort my distress. For some reason, that was frustrating, so I didn't want to answer her. I see silent shell and octopus-shaped sausage in front of me.
そのほうれん草の海苔巻きとタコさん交換しようね。
Nina, trying to be as nice as I eat lunch alone, hated by my classmates, I just couldn't accept it. I suddenly said I was going to wash my hands and left. In the bathroom stall, I covered my face with toilet paper and cried.
Man,
So through the paper and crinkled up. But I didn't care.
that's gotta be rough.
It does suck. It does suck. I've been making fun of her, but no, I get it. There are plenty of friends, the ones I needed to return to. Miss Satsuko is my irreplaceable best friend and roommate, and the club members and leaving me alone during lunch hour were waiting for me. It'd be sad that some Satsuko I didn't know was being mean to me in a world I didn't care about. Why would I be? But despite the lies I told myself, I could stop crying for a while. I had to steal my resolve and wait for school to end. I run back home, say I was going out to play, and sneak into the ritual implement storehouse again. We need to fucking shorten that! Jesus! There's one thing I can get back with my original world. I try and do my best for that purpose alone.
The ritual storehouse?
Yeah, that's all you need to say. Just fucking say the storehouse! I face from crying. Chase something like this, things would probably get even more complicated. Show my face and spent the rest of the lunch break quietly in the corner of the classroom. In school, I literally dashed out. I jumped out the window. At
You
first.
just missed, Rico.
I think Satoshi called after me, but I ignored him. He was probably just trying to apologize for his sister about what happened during lunch. I didn't care about that. Didn't want to stay in this horrible world a second more than I needed to.
Did Otacon give us a time limit?
I don't think so. I thought it was going. Don't fucking call her Hanyu.
Hanyucon.
Also, Takano and Irie are not here. So, the lobotomies have been saved. On the hand, Assembly Hall says the Shrine Association meeting. Could hear my father's voice amidst the lighthearted chatter. Same opportunity I had yesterday. Today I have to be careful not to let on that I was inside. Making sure nobody was looking, I climbed up the tree I got in a hang up yesterday. Been scared of the height before, but I wasn't afraid any longer. Probably because I cried my eyes out and saw myself during lunch. I was afraid it wasn't the height, so my parents had a cold-hearted Satoko. Not being able to return to my original world.
I just imagine her climbing the tree like a little monkey. Just, you know.
Like scariest than losing contact to Hanyu, I think. The darkness storehouse took the crystal ball out of my pocket. Riku seemed a little more energetic than yesterday. Maybe she rested, a little power would come back. Unless he's still weak. Wasted out fruitless conversation, the light might go out entirely. Suddenly squashed down desire to check and make sure I could still call her and turn on the lantern. It's time to go treasure hunting. Is there anything around? Anything only I could feel? Something that felt the same as this crystal ball. Somewhere. Closed my eyes, honed my Rika senses, and hoped. Heard with the cries of the cicadas. Expected anything else. Looks like this would be a tough nut to crack. Why would you? That doesn't feel like a Rika sentence to say. Well, I am positively bamboozled. Search the entire storehouse. How much time would that take? Imagine it.
My spider senses are working.
My Neko senses aren't working. Do it systematically. Start in the corner and go in order. Not knowing what it looked like, I start in the corner and go from there, not even letting water pass. Despite all, I had no proof it was even in here.
Is there water in the storehouse?
Easier to just fight talking to mountain dogs again. That was too easy. Remember when Higurashi became home alone?
when you get used to the boss in New Game and you're in New Game Plus.
弱々しくなっているということはないと思いますです。前と同じくらいの大きさの声に聞こえますのです。
つまり相変わらず弱々しくしか届かないということね。こんな無駄話は。
Have you tried upgrading your wireless plan?
いいえ、今の理科には無駄話も必要と思います
I think you need to talk to someone,
かも
Rika.
ね。ありがとう。
There is no therapist alive
こちらから
qualified
話す
to
わ
help
ね。
me.
細工伝を自分なりに散々漁ったつもり。でもさっぱりだわ。1週間くらいは探してみたつもりだけど、何しろ探しているものの形がわからないんだもの。
It's a
仮に見つけ
Pokeball.
ていたとしても
What's a Pokeball?
私は気づ
Right,
かずに
1983.
放置しているかもしれない。正直辛いわ。せめて形だけでもわかれば、あるいは細工殿の中にあるという保証でもあれば、ずっとここに閉じこもっていると頭がどうにかなってしまいそうよ。
わかります。とても辛い探し物だと思いますです。僕もせめてかけらの姿がわからないかいろいろ頑張ってますのです。
それで何かわかった？
かけらは理科の世界では重いと解釈されていますのです。
Really?
その思
I
い
thought they
が
were crystals.
何かに宿る
No,
形で
we're
か
talking
けら
about...
となっているのです。
Rika, we're talking metaphorically right now.
だからって何のヒントにもならないわね。
それからそのかけらをこちらの世界に戻す方法なのですが、おそらくそちらの世界での形を失えばよいのではないかと思いますです。
形を失うって何？壊せってこと？
それも完全な形でなのです。人の世からなくなることで神の世に送ることができるのです。
質量保存の法則って知ってる？完全に物を消すなんて不可能よ。
Try eating it.
い
Oh.
え、ですから形を壊せばいいのです。わかりますか、リカ？古来から人が神に物を送る方法の中でそれを満たす方法がありますのですよ。
そうか。わかったわ。
Way ancient sent tribute to gods. Way to get rid of something from the human world.
焼けってことね。焼いて灰にして天に送る。
そうです。焼いて灰にすることで形は失われて意味を失い、人の世から消え去りますのです。
なるほど。かけらが宿る何かを焼いて灰にしろってのね。その何かが簡単に燃やせるものであることを祈るわ。
It's water!
った日には
Fuck!
溶鉱炉にでも放り込まなきゃならなく
It's
なる。
fire!
実はリカ、そのかけらが宿るのが物ではなく人である可能性
Oh, that burns easily. Rika, I feel like you don't understand what I was like trying to convey with that last sentence.
でも羽生、仮に人だったらどうするの？まさか焼いて灰にしろって言うんじゃないでしょうね。
Yeah, kill him.
人の意味は命の形が失われた時点で
Oh, fuck yeah.
そりゃそうよね。死体はもはや人じゃないわ。
Didn't we just have an entire episode saying that murder is bad?
宿っているのが人だったら。
Yeah, but
I
does it
can't
count
wait.
if you're world hopping?
Yeah, can't wait. Rika on a murder spree. Let's go.
Well, I'll find it eventually. While I'm burning an object. Like an object, but a person.
嫌な話ね。この世界どういうわけか嫌な想像に限って当たるのよ。
僕もそうでないことを祈るしかないです。
嫌な想像は大抵当たる。お逆手にとって先にそれを探るのも手ね。仮に人だったらやっぱりお社様に縁の近い人。
はい、おそらくは。
それが私自身という可能性は？
いえ、ないです。リカ自身が僕を拒むかけらだったなら、こうして僕と話すこともできないはずなのです。
となれば
Suicide's off the table then.
フルデ神社
Oh, well, time to kill my parents. Rika, I don't like how easy you said that.
もしそうだ
It's only been a week.
ぶっ殺せばいいってわけね。
I just have to kill them, right?
Confused the idea of killing my parents. It's nothing a world-crossing witch needed to think about. Someone with a true world somewhere else. This was just fake news. It was the same as a dream. Murdering someone's dream was no different than doing a delusion or a daydream. Yeah! That's about committing the crime. It's not, the cops can't persecute you for that. Honey was thinking that odd noises, but I told her how I felt.
偽善しゃぶるのはやめて。ならあんたは元の世界へ帰るのは諦めてもいいって言うのね。
Maybe you're stupid and a fucking bike. We wouldn't be in this situation, Rika.
私にだけさせて。自分の手は汚さないっていうつもり。罪を誰か一人にかぶせれば、他はみんな罪にまみれずに済んで好都合。私はちょうどいい人柱ってわけね。
So have you confirmed that Hinamizawa syndrome is not a thing in this world?
Doesn't look like it. At the very least, maybe nothing's really aggravated.
I couldn't remember if like there was something like if that was confirmed in the last one.
I don't know. There was never research into it. Maybe it does exist, but like these people are too boring. It really takes something extraordinary to have that happen, and the damn war never really happened. So that damn war. Well, she remained silent, not saying anything. But her breathing made it sound like she was wanting to say something, but hesitating.
Oh yeah, so this is the world where the Hinamizawa Dam project didn't happen.
Rika, I don't know why you want to go to Cage 3, but whatever.
私はその努力に限界なんてないって思った。
But KT changed that. Still limit to effort. But you have to talk a lot of people to get their advice on whether your efforts are misplaced or not. That's why I was talking about it with Hanyu. She didn't want to share my current situation. Hanyu said it was the object possessing the fragment was a person. I had to kill them. I'll avoid that, of course. There's any other way. But she said that she was the only way. What happens if I convince them that suicide is badass? I wouldn't be killing them.
僕も元の世界に帰りたいのです。
そうね。私もよ。
Oh, that shit, that makes
宿
sense.
っているのが
What?
人でないことを祈ってます。
祈ってて。
I feel like I'm having a deja vu.
あと
I mean, you did see her eyes last time. I was kind of
Yeah.
playing at a 2x speed, but
あ
you
んたに
basically
できる
said
こと
that
は
we need to make the Oshiro-sama murders real.
Yeah,
私が
we need to make the
挫折
curse
しない
happen again.
士気を保つことくらいなのよね。自らの
So people will believe in
影を探せ
Noyashiro.
ないもどかしさを理解してなかったわ。
理科よりは辛くありませんのです。せめて理科の心が疲れてしまわないよう、僕にはこうしてお話をしていたわってあげることしかできませんのです。
ありがとう。あんたとするヨタ話がこの世界では一番楽しいわ。悪夢がその間だけ冷めるような感じ。
I see. So I understood what she'd been chatting could be important. Hanyu was the only thing I could talk to from my original world. If I lose contact with Hanyu, my very connection to that world would weaken, and my memories would blur. And that would simply give birth to a miserable, broken-hearted girl living in delusion that this world wasn't the one she belonged in.
私に任せなさい。必ずあんたと一緒にあの世界へ帰るわ。だからあんたも引き続き何かヒントを集めて、私も何か進展があったらまたあんたに連絡するわ。
わかりましたです。理科、しっかりファイトオーなのですよ。
Eh,
Okay.
ああ、
couldn't hear Hanyu anymore.
Oh.
Crystal Ball's light has grown weaker than ever. As long as I have the world glow, then I keep believing this wasn't the world I was supposed to live in. Or I might have shed a tear or two by now. Here's a cry I had dried up.
Got dry eye syndrome.
Savoring the cheer for Hanyu gave me. Do your best.
Dehydrated.
Go for it. Yay. Nipa. I'm gonna start with a pile of old documents. And if you're
Wait, though. No, this.
Legends of Oyushiro-sama. So maybe I saw a clue to everyone the documents in this pile. Maybe even that thing I searched for wasn't here. I could find a clue to it instead. Your documents in the pile packed and got a knapsack and I brought them with me. This one just says, kill yourself, lol. Some, but I couldn't understand some of the others. So important was one indecipherable one, so I had no way of knowing. It's written in English! All few documents I could read inside to read them in secret at school, in bed. As I went in and out of the storehouse, the chance of my parents finding out increased. In that sense, this would lower the risk, which made it a little easier for me. Many parents didn't understand the children best, and they were the first ones to help them. But that was when they were normal, not a witch like me. The doctors started battling not being from this world. They probably tired down, summoned a noisy ambulance. A little more cunning, I could flatten my parents and put work to make this world a little more bearable. The more I thought about this world not being the one I lived in, the more apathetic I felt towards interacting with those who were here. That's probably why it seemed like I was being more and more isolated in class. Of course, maybe you could say that was my own fault. That was the kind of world this was in the moment I arrived. I won't dare let anyone else say this is my fault. Of course, not a single person can tell the difference between Gifted and me, anyway. Who is me? It's of me that isn't Frederica. Who is she? Camera and the quiet electronic beep. My watch, I noticed, is already evening. Being here made me lose track of time. The other day I was way past curfew and was scolded for a long time. Allowing my watch was to prevent that. And my relationship with my parents growing worse would make everything else more troublesome. Should call it quits for today.
Becoming Bernkastel.
Practice motions, I claim the bundle of chains that heads to the exit. Spider Vika does whatever a Spider Vika can do. lived in the main house, surrounded by the cries at Higurashi that I'd grown completely tired of. There were a tightly
Everybody
packed
gets
case
one.
of beers near the front door, and 3 bottles of wine. I have not gotten cronked in a while. Beer's case was probably a drinking party at the Shrine Assembly Hall. Drink beer because he liked it, so I knew it had to be for the Assembly Hall. Delivered it here before the party so he could chill beforehand in the Assembly Hall refrigerator. Say Assembly Hall one more time, Rika, I dare you. Belonged to my father. My father enjoys Western spirits, and wine most of all. And wine, at the same time, was something I enjoyed as well. After my parents had died in 1981, I got into wine to bring from the main house, but my parents were alive in this world, so I couldn't do that.
Alcoholism is hereditary, so yeah.
I shared the bottle longingly and opened the door and received a clack. She really wants that drink. In my pocket, unlocked the door and went in and saw no address to me upon entering. It was from my bitch-ass mother. Note said an accident occurred in the Kimiyoshi house and they got out to help a memorial service. They're late coming back and so forth. Postscript with a notice that the brewer would be bringing alcohol and taken inside the front door once I got back to them. I see, I must have been referring to all this. Person was come here while I was here. I could have told them to put it inside. I got embarrassing outside this, so I put it here before I got back. I'd be paying my mother to start rambling about being considerate later. Any sour face, not caring we saw, pull one of the cases of beer through the front door. Next, I stood before the wine bottle, solidifying my thoughts. Could have never slip up with the order. The brewery in a small village. They could have just, you forgot a bottle. Yeah. So what if matter if one of them disappeared? I used to diluted for drinking, so I enjoyed 1 bottle of wine for a pretty long time. So I'd be in the entrance, I blatantly look around, grab a bottle, ran in my room, pushed into the water in the futon in my closet I would have used for a while. Actually, my parents live here too, so I have many chances to drink. I entered the kitchen, grabbed a glass, an ice corkscrew, a carton of orange juice, and ran back to my room. Put the corkscrew on the wine bottle, and I was overwhelmed by the urge to wet my tongue with nostalgic flavor as soon as I could.
Jeez, she is really an alcoholic.
She is! So what's the side of this world
Holy
without
shit.
enjoying a good wine? Poison in the glass and listening to the orange juice splashing and fill my water mouth like a dog. I diluted this much, it looked like orange juice from the outside. But it was nostalgically belonged to my world. One time, my favorite Tears of Defeat, shed for Unbreakable June of 1983. Those tears of defeat felt sweet and tender. Those dead-end worlds were very painful. I was still surrounded by my kind friends. I mean, I would die in them, a horrible, brutal death, and so many with others, but like, I had my friends. Maybe that warmth was absent in this world. It's made a week now since I came here. I told myself stay here a long time. A weekend? Already driven me to drink. It'll be fine. As well as driven me to the same state. I still managed, lazily doing my best, as I soaked in wine, right? To be released from this Frederica quickly. No one in this world would understand it, even I explained it. I have a very good reason for being an alcoholic at age 9, I swear. You told someone they think I got crazy.
She gets drunk and then Hanyu appears. That was it, Rika! Alcoholism! That was the key!
Hip hop and ball in the schoolyard. Started saying it belong this world. That big doctor Yamamoto heard about this. He probably make a huge fuss about the impact having caused brain damage. Make no sense to people who live here. For the very least, until I arrived, Frederica, the correct being for this world. It was more appropriate to say that one day I, someone different from the world, Rika appeared and took over Rika's body. Right. Am I not Frederica? Oh no. This world's Frederica was the world's Frederica, different being than me. No, I'm me. I'm me, he says. Different worlds till now. When I thought about that, leaving aside whether I've been living happily, felt like I was doing something bad to this world's Frederica. Of course, it's too late to apologize now, and I couldn't get this body back to her anymore. True way to apologize, but acknowledge this world's Frederica as being her own. Because if I called myself Frederica, the girl already existed would vanish from this life. But the only way to apologize was not to call myself Frederica. Well, it's been bothering me for a long time. I felt my young self pampered in reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. My old self who had awakened and traveled to countless worlds had different personalities. Or I saw them not as personalities, but as different beings entirely. Right now I was no longer Frederica. Who am I? I stared vacantly at the wine bottle. Did I like this brand? My father always loved to drink this wine. As a result, I borrowed it countless worlds and I love to drink it even now. Right now, I could be even lazy without borrowing the power of alcohol, and this wine comforted me, just a little. At this point, I couldn't go on living without this wine. In other words, I wasn't alive, but the wine was. Which means I wasn't Frederica. That I was the wine. Instead of the Western letters, the brand name written the wine label, which I didn't know how to pronounce. Alive for 100 years and I still don't know English. I thought myself that was the name of me. My name is Frederica. Not that, but this Bernkastel. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'll ask my father. Frederica Bernkastel. Oh, whatever. What a silly name that is. I speaking the slur and muddle. Cheers to this shithole of a world. What does Bernkastel mean? Maybe she's just reading the bottle wrong.
いつも僕のご飯を作ってくれてありがとうなのですよ。ニパー。
どうしたの急に。
What the fuck is a nipa?
What's that? What do you...
I think my mother patted her shoulder as I brushed her head. I am so drunk right now.
Yeah, let's say, damn, Rika.
That's Hanya. Touching like this, I'll be able to sense it even feeble. Oh, feel that power of my mother. And could I kill her on the spot? Please let that feel that power. I would hesitate to kill, but I wouldn't be hesitating right here and now. Because there, rather should not have that power inside there. Same time, was easier about next if she didn't. Mother laughed like it was tickled, but contrary to what I thought, I was carefully checking if I needed to kill her.
ありがとう。気持ちは十分伝わったから、もう許して。
Stop touching me.
くすぐったくて辛いわ。
My mother told me that was enough, smiling in a way that was not as dissatisfied as the words implied. You didn't have to be so scrupulous about touching her. I couldn't feel any trace of power. Mother wasn't the one who held the fragment. I already felt my father's head. Wasn't him either. It wasn't either of those people closest to the legend Oshiro-sama, and it probably wasn't the fragment wasn't the person. It was a happy thing not to kill anyone, but one of my clues was now jack shit. That said, even though the possibility was unlikely, I still had to touch the heads of other people in the village. Everyone in the village! Pat, 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 pat! Got deciphering my pile of documents in a ritual implement storehouse. I can't believe I never learned English. Choose the labor of reading
That's
the
what she's
entire
doing when she pets people in the head. Do I have to kill you? No. I lost track of how many mornings it's been since I drifted to this world. Morning was frustratingly the same as the last world, the one I knew. The next Sunday was the Wachinagashi Festival. It's the first time I didn't care whatsoever about it. For Hinamizawa facing total eviction by the next year, this would be their very last festival. Apparently planning to put on a magnificent show to end things with. My normal world responsibility to perform my dedication dance as the last survivor of the Fred family didn't exist in this world either. Still, wasn't expected to simply go off and have fun. Having with these things kids could help, like giving out boiled rice and answering the phone. I was going to school alone, too. When school with Satoko, it was always lively morning, with us running and falling everywhere. But that, too, was beginning to feel like a memory of a distant past. Several days already behind me, and my mind settled. I stopped crying about small memories like that. Everything I did was for the sake of returning to my original world. Might curse the trouble of taking, but I would never cry again. What do I look like? Some one-day cry? When I met Satsuko at school, Gay said good morning, I'll be bluntly ignored like always. It didn't make me sad. Satsuko was a comparable friend of mine. Fake Satsuko ignored me, or it hurt me inside more. Yeah, I wasn't outright cold like Satsuko was, but she didn't seem to think of anything more than one of her many classmates. Right now, it seemed like she was actually trying to talk to me. That was because I was isolated. She was acting out of kind pity, and it seemed sadder to accept it. She started reacting nastily during this unwanted attentions. After just a few exchanges like that, she realized I didn't want her doing this, and she stopped bothering me. Poor Rena. Oh, alone wasn't sad anymore. It's only natural to be alone as an outsider in this false world. In fact, the less annoying acquaintances I needed, the easier it was for me. That's right. Easier. So I'm feeling that way. And even nobody talked to me during lunch. Nobody invited me to eat with them. Nobody asked me to play after school. I was totally okay with it.
Why is everybody stabbing me in the back?
It was so... That's Rain! It was really... She was... able to read the old documents while she was teaching. She was wrapped in covers I made from flipping over leaflets and folding them. Spent my free time at school pretending I was reading a regular book. We weren't allowed to bring comics to school, but the unspoken agreement was I could always read novels so long as he didn't do it during class. Just ignore the hustle and bustle. Lunch break was time I was focused some more. Somewhere in those countless worlds, there was a time I got bored of my daily life and read a lot of old documents. Thanks to that, I knew the gist of their contents. Just hope there was a clue somewhere in them about the fragment rejecting Hanyu from this world. I've been reading since midday. My classmates stayed in the classroom for break, venting their pent-up energy indoors. Thanks to that, it was a bosom, loud, and uncomfortable day for me.
なにネクラな顔して読んでんの？
Same time those words, my old documents taken from me. There was Satoko's face, smiling evilly.
なにこれ？わけわかんない。
I looked at the old document she stole from me with disgust. Well, someone as ignorant as Satoko had no way to understand it. I had to read classical Japanese to my father, and he had to go over each line several times to figure it out. Oh, classical Japanese. Oh, that's rough. I heard that's really rough, even for modern Japanese speakers. Oh, I guess the same as leaving like classical English. But we booked to her. It meant something to me to hold a clue. Trying to snatch it back, she threw it at another friend as though she'd seen the attempt coming miles away.
なにこれ？うわ。
The thing is, Satoko's always been like this. We're just not friends with her. Scrunch up the filth being given to him, grin at an idiot, threw it at someone else.
はいよ、パスパス。お兄さんこちら。ミュウさん、パスパス。
Oh,
Several of my classmates threw amongst themselves while I chased after, teasing me.
oh. Is this it?
I think this is it. Today wasn't the first time this had happened. Actually, maybe before I came here, it was always like this. The
Jesus.
classroom with 10 people, and order existed, and so did cliques. Belonged to none in the 1 and 2, I was the weakling in the room, and thus clearly one. The thing is, Satoko's always kind of an asshole. You're just friends with her. But, like, look at the shit she does.
Yeah.
The war crimes she commits on the daily. Play her during lunch break. Last few days had left heartwarming territory and moved to aggravating territory. But Satoko clearly treated me with spite. I thought about it now, the accident of the ball in the school year that brought me into this world. She obviously been aiming for Rika, who had just been standing there in the yard. Satoko always is oblivious to the pain of the others? She understood people's pain best, because though she said mean things, she'd been through the worst of anyone. I see. In this world, Satoko's parents were alive, and villagers didn't torment her, so she needs trauma to make her correct. Okay, son. Whereas she had been through the worst of anyone. Her personality isn't fully determined from
Yeah.
birth. It's like something cultivated in many events and experiences. For all her lucky dice rolls, now Satoko's personality toned down in this world. In other words, this Satoko was only the same on the outside, but wasn't completely different best friend on the person inside. So that the sadness Satoko's torment in me disappeared. Place that she who looks like a horrible brat just getting away with my haste to return to my original world. Don't bother me. I don't care whatever you do in this lunatic world. But I'm desperately working to return to my original one, so just fucking get out of my way.
ほらほら、ウルデさん。こっちよ、こっち。
The old document made his way back to Satoko's hand again. This time Satoko started teasing me, waving around saying, "Come and get it." She held the notes and made a salve for her so she was holding something filthy. I made laughs and jeers from the rest of the class. Went straight for Satoko before she threw it to the next one in line. She must have make me go over there next. But I didn't care about what the document was. Instead, I started straight into Satoko. Stuck my nails into the bases of my fingers and clenched my fist. So this was the fastest method to explain how important this was, make her understand, and prevent all reprisals, all in a very short time. Violence! I swung my right fist at Satoko's face.
Oof.
Tip of my fist plowed into her face below her left eye, leaving an imprint that soon wouldn't disappear. Promptly grabbed a clump of her hair and pushed her to the floor, then I took a knee on my chair and raised it over my head before smashing it into her a few times! Yeah!
Riku with a steel chair.
I was like, okay, punching her, I get it. And then it quickly escalated. Exactly to hold her to the ground. Put my foot above the chair and stomped on it like I was hammering it with a nail.
God damn it. It's supposed to be a very sad scene.
I know! I'm sorry, I've just been ruined!
親友と同じ顔してるからちょっと多めに見てきたけどいい加減あんたのその甲高い声にもイラついてきたわ以後私の半径1メートル以内に入ったら言い訳なしで即ぶん殴るからそのつもりでよろしく聞いてる
I stomped on the chair again and finally saw an expression of fear arrive on Satoko's face. I knew this was the best answer. Given a chance, I had to give her straight. But it made me mad. It was the last one in this world who wanted to see Satoko looking like that. It's the one who was forcing her to make that expression. It made me sick. It was fine in the end. This Satoko was the one I knew after all. One day I'd leave this world for sure. Maybe I killed her on the spot and wouldn't do anything at the Satoko of my world. That's why I didn't hurt inside at seeing her look at me so terrified.
ほら、リカちゃんの本を返してあげて。はい、リカちゃん。
Run up.
The document below her classmates returned to me. She doesn't have that dog in her anymore.
だからもう、さとこちゃんを許してあげて。少しやりすぎだよ。
A little?
ふんなら私の大切な本を奪って貴重な読書の時間の邪魔をするのは大してやりすぎではない
そういう意味じゃなくて
当事者じゃないなら引っ込んでて私はこれを取り戻せて満足よ
Gives her the chair, indicating Satsuko that she's been released. Action made her so scared that she was frozen in place. Didn't want to waste time going back to my own seat. Satsuko began to bawl shamelessly until she ran over, making a big overprotective fuss about the Earth's nurse's office and whatnot. Noise quickly reached me up the faculty room, and she and the principal soon burst in.
大丈夫ですか、さとこさん。これはあざになるかもしれませんね。サトシ君、保健室へ連れて行って休ませてください。私は山本先生を呼んできます。
While she was talking, the principal must have asked me on what happened in the classroom. Mion spoke to him in hushed tones, glancing my way. Probably saying she had no part in this. Asking Mion, I'd say that. He betrayed my expectations. The principal came over and told me to come with him to the principal's office. Usually happens when a bully child happens to bully back. Side effect of bullying, perhaps. Seriously fed up with everything, but my goal home is to scare Satoko off from never bothering me again. I've done that, so I need to calm the situation down. Brought to the principal's office, he'd asked me why I punched Satoko and lectured me that violence was never the answer. Guarding her taking my book and tormenting, he admitted she was at fault, and I felt a little relieved.
これはなかなか難しい本であるな。フルデ君の家の書物かね。
まあそんなところなのです。
わしも古文は嫌いではないが、これはなかなかに難読だ。君には読めるのかね。
読めなきゃ読みませんです。
それは道理である。どういう内容のことが書いてあるのか、少し校長先生にも教えてくれんかね。
Favorite wasn't out of interest in the books, much as active dipping pity, seeming ease of mind of someone alienating and bullying a class a little. Sometimes it was nothing more, but further amplified my current unhappiness.
別に友達なんか欲しくないし、校長先生に友達になっても欲しくありません。もういいのですか？私はその続きを一刻も早く読み進めたいのです。
フルデ君、読書もいいが、たまには友達に混じって遊ぶのもいいこととは
Bitch,
思
what
わないね。
friends?
私の友達は別の遠い場所にいます。ここにはいないので興味ないです。
その手痛まないかね。
え？ああ。
I never decked someone before. I realized it until the principal pointed out. Must have scraped the skin of my hand when I punched Satoko as hard as I could.
Jesus Christ.
A little bit of blood was sleeping from my right fist.
保健室に山本先生が来てるから、行って手当てをしてもらいなさい。
そうします。
フルデ君、学校は勉強をするだけのところじゃない。友達を作るところでもあるぞ。少しそこを肝に。
Bro, I think that ship just
失
sailed.
礼しますです。ペコリ。
Swill's principal wasn't the principal who was allowed to lecture me. But I didn't have any desire to listen. I'm leaving the nurse's office. I passed the classroom. My eyes for several students sighed, but immediately looked away. Maybe this will work out. I'm more comfortable with them being scared than teasing me. I went to the nurse's office. The doctor just put in a big piece of absorbent cotton under Satoko's eye. She was with her looked at me and then walked over with a scary look on her face.
さあ二人とも、さとこさんはご本を取ってごめんなさいと、フルデさんは殴ってごめんなさいと、互いに謝りなさい。
Satoko has been scared and weak in the face and leave sudden violence. I must have calmed down. Now she looked dejected. It looked like it didn't make sense to her. How she was only teasing me a little and then suddenly went crazy for no reason to hit her. Like that, there was no way she apologized first. Of course, I had no duty to apologize either, so I wouldn't apologize first.
ほら二人とも、お互い謝らないならいつまでもこのままですよ。
She yelled at us. Clearly making a sour face on my bleeding fist out to Yamamoto.
出血してるじゃないかね。座りなさい。消毒しよう。
二人とも、先生の言うことが聞けませんか？謝りなさい。
I think making Chia mad. She might tell us to stay after school. What does she think this was? Like hell, like some school I don't care about do their little lecturing nonsense at me. Every second of every minute is precious. I can't waste a single one. As I understood that, I was the first to act. With the suspected wound, I smoothly gave her my apology.
北条さん、殴ったりしてごめんなさい。
And stuff. You know, I was appalled how insincere my apology was. She probably felt the same way, but she at least appreciated the words.
ほら、フルデさんは謝りましたよ。さとこさんも謝りなさい。
ご本を取っていたずらしてすみませんでした。
Sasuke's apology was no less disingenuous than mine. But I saved the Sasuke's eyes, warning her to never bother me again. Sasuke was in her rebellious face. It took a lot more than that to make her wince. You turn my glare and kind as if she'd get me back next time. But try and sincere apologies. And then the bell signaling the end of the lunch break rang.
ではさとこさん、教室に戻りましょう。フルデさんも手当てが終わったらすぐに戻ってくるように。
They followed Sasuke and left the nurse's office. We give them so much as a glance. I held my right fist out to Yamamoto. Stinging pain in this man somehow weak. The hand receiving treatment didn't feel like my hand. Suppose it wouldn't. It's Frederica's hand. Not mine.
みんな今年で学校がおしまいになってしまうのが寂しいんだな。君もだろう？
別にそういうわけじゃない。
住み慣れた故郷が湖底に沈むんだ。悲しくないわけがない。
Okay, I need to be right back. My fucking throat and nose is trying to kill me again.
Oh no.
Alright, let's just keep going. This has been Yamamoto's interpretation of the strained atmosphere in the classroom. I was convinced of that, maybe it was fine. Didn't matter to me.
君だってちょっと前までは友達がいっぱいいた。でもたまたま君と特に仲がいい友達がみんな揃って転校しちゃったんだよな。
Oh, just my luck.
突然一人ぼっちになってしまった寂しい気持ちはわしもよくわかる。
仲の良かった友達ですか？
ほら富田君や岡村君たち
I
さ、
was friends with
いつも
them!
仲良しの男子たちと一緒にいたじゃないか。君はこう一点で随分可愛がられていたと思うけど。
I see. Even and Frederica had friends for a while in this world. Thanks to a stroke of bad luck, they all transferred out together and left her behind.
でも友達は彼らだけじゃないんじゃないかね。寂しい気持ちもわかるし、来年までの仲かもしれないけど、クラスの他の子とも友達になって楽しくやっていった方が君にとってもいいんじゃないかい？
別に親しくなりたくなんかないし、私の本当の友達はあなたの言う通り遠くへ行ってしまったわ。とてもとても遠くへね。私はそこへ帰りたいだけ。
リカちゃんはいつからそんな大人びた話し方をするようになったのかね？
まあ気分です。
先日君がボールを頭にぶつけて気絶した一件以来、君がこれまで見せなかった暗い表情を見せているような気がしてね、心配してるんだよ。
How close this Yamamoto man was to Frederica. Not how much of her he knew, but judging from his words, he seemed to be the kind of adult who understood children's feelings, just like EDA in the previous world.
あのボールが当たった時、多分フルデリカは死んだと思うんです。
あれくらいで死んでたらドッジボールもできないよ。じゃああれで死んでたんなら君は亡者ということなのかね？
Laughed a little, but not completely to tease me. Just urged me to further along. Yamamoto wasn't just a doctor in the nurse's office, but a mental counselor for students at susceptible age. Looks like he wasn't EDA's replacement for nothing. For some reason, I felt like opening up a little to him. Because he didn't exist in the world I knew. Right now, everyone who was in the world I knew, no matter who it was, made me uncomfortable. That's why I felt like opening up specifically to someone who wasn't in that world. I got that with the first sentence of the paragraph. After the girl hitting puberty. Not just about it, he just nodded and agreed.
私、山本たちの知ってるフルデリカじゃないんです。
それはどういうことだね？じゃあ君は誰なのかな？
とりあえずベルンカステルって名乗ることにしました。フルデリカって名乗ったらこの体の本来の持ち主に悪いので。
ベルン？横文字かい？まるで宇宙人みたいだね。君はどこから来たんだい？
別の世界からです。例えるならイフの世界。同じひなみ沢だけど歴史や成り立ちが全く違う世界。この世界ではダム計画が決定して村人の立ち退きが決まっているけれど、私の世界は違う。ダム計画に村人が結束して立ち上がり計画を打倒する。そしてダム計画は無期限に凍結された。そういう世界から来ました。
では君の来たひなみ沢はダム湖には沈まないわけか。
そうです。昭和58年の後もずっとのどかな生活が続いていきます。
Bernkastel Kaus is a town in Middle Morsel in the Bernkastel Wischlet district in Rhineland-Palatinate, Germany. It is well known for its wine growing. That's why Bernkastel was on the bottle. It is authentic German wine. So that's where it comes from. Griffin! Griffin! My co-hosts just leave me without telling, and I say something neat.
You always come to like get me to answer something the moment I leave. Like I could be around for like
You and Hazel
the
do
entire
the
time.
same thing!
Literally the second I walk away from my computer for a second.
Did you hear what I said?
I did. I have headphones on.
Okay.
Yes, I heard it. That's cool. I didn't know that.
None of my co-hosts stick around. They leave me.
いいひなみ沢だね。
Oh no, there was
私もこの
ritualistic
土地を
murders
とて
like
も
every
気に入って
year.
るから立ち退きは本当は心苦しい。だから君の来たという世界のひなみ沢に憧れるよ。その世界のひなみ沢をもう少しわしに教えてくれんかね。
First step in counseling was to agree with a third story the patient came up with. I know that piece of trivia, I may have tear it up, but Yamamoto told me to continue. I resist the temptation to keep going. Encouraged me and I kept talking. In that world, there was a big protest movement called the Dam Conflict. It took a few years to withdraw the proposal. Through that conflict, the villagers came together. Everyone got along. All students were friends. Hey, I transfer students come outside of the village. Made a club game with Mion as the president. Wasatsuko was very unfortunate. She was good friends with me. And then...
さとこちゃんがかわいそうだな。なんでさとこちゃんが村中からいじめられなくちゃいけないんだい。みんな幸せな世界なんだから。さとこちゃんにも意地悪しないで幸せの輪に入れてあげなよ。
別に意地悪で言ってるわけじゃないわ。私の世界ではそうというだけの話よ。それにこの世界のさとこよりは辛い運命をたどるかもしれないけど、そのさとこは私の一番の友達で他に比べるものなどない唯一無二の親友だから、この世界のさとこの顔が余計に腹が立つの。
その君の本当の親友と同じ顔で君に意地悪をするのが許せない。
そう。
Yamamoto heaved a heavy sigh and stared at the window with his arms folded. Looked like the rain outside let up somewhat, but it was still drizzling. Keeping his silence for a few moments, Yamamoto spoke up.
つまりここは君の世界じゃないということかい？
そうです。私は元の世界に帰
Well, if you want to get back, you're gonna have to kill me
私の
first.
世界じゃないんですけど
確かにそんな楽しいひなみ沢なら一刻も早く元の世界に帰りたいよな。でも帰る方法はあるのかね？
あります。でも探すのはとても大変です。
ほう、そりゃどんな方法だい？
多分このひなみ沢のどこかにかけらが落ちています。そのかけらのせいで私を元の世界に戻す力を持ったいえ、お社様がこの世界へ来られないのです。
お社様って古出神社に祀られてるあの神様のお社様？
説明すると長いですが、そんなところです。私は彼女と一緒にあまたの世界を巡ってきました。この世界はその結果に漂着した世界の一つでしかありません。だから彼女が来てくれればすぐにでも出ていくつもり。
急に話が大きくなったね。つまり 君はお社様と一緒にこの世界へ来たわけだ。ところが君をこの世界から連れ出せるお社様がどういうわけかこの世界に入れない。つまり君は船が漂流してしまって取り残されたようなものということかね。
平たく言うとそういうことです。彼女をこちらに呼びたくても、彼女を阻害するかけらがこのひなみ沢のどこかにある。それを見つけ出して焼いてしまわないと私は元の世界へ帰れない。
そのかけらというのはどこにあるんだい？
どこかにあるの。かけらは重い。だからそれが宿る何か、どんな形をしているものに宿っているのかわからないし、宿っているのが物という保証もない人間に宿っているのかもしれない。何もわからないんです。
君は物だったら焼くと言ったね。人だったらどうするんだい？
羽生は人の場合なら殺すことで同じ意味を持つと言ってる。かけらを宿すのが人間でないことを祈ってるわ。
その羽生というのは誰だい？新しい登場人物だね。
ああ、お社様の別名よ。むしろ羽生が本名。お社様なんて名前は後世の村人の誰かがつけた適当な名前じゃない？
I have to look up what the name, Hanyu's name
それが
means.
君の読んでいた本に書いてあったのかな？
別にそういうわけじゃないわ。
Arms remained folded. He groaned and sawed. Now silence settled, with rain beat only audible sound. Maybe I got nervous. I knew it would solve anything to talk about this, but I did anyway. It's just good to talk sometimes, Dika. Something wrong with my brain. I guess they're looking at his complicated expression.
そのかけらは見つかりそうかい？
わからないわ。羽生に干渉する力なのだから、お社様にゆかりのある何かにヒントがあるんじゃないかと思って古文書を読んでいるところ、
Alright, her
探
kanji
し物
means
のヒントを
feather.
探してる。そんな状態ね。
そうか。見つかるといいね。でもそれが人だったら君はどうするんだい？まさか本当に殺しちゃう気なのかね？
Oh, I would.
そういう風に聞かれると返答に困るけど、それしか元の世界に戻る方法がないなら私は躊躇しないかもしれない。どうせ私の世界から見ればこの世界は妄想や白チュームと同じ。誰が死んだって私の世界では生きてるし関係ないもの。
なるほどなるほど。でもちょっと待ち
Hold
な
on a
さい。
moment, I gotta go,
君にと
call
って
someone.
この世界は夢の中なのかもしれないが、わしにとってはここは自分の世界でね。たとえ誰であっても殺されちゃ困る。
理屈は分かってるし、私も人殺しなんてせずに帰れるならそれに越したことはないわ。
話題を戻そう。君に元の世界への帰り方を教えてくれるその羽生はどうやって君にそれを伝えるんだい？お告げみたいなものがあるのかい？それとも夢枕に立つ？
そんな曖昧なものじゃない。会話するのよ。ある水晶玉が羽生と私の通信機の役目を果たすの。
わしもその羽生と話すことはできるかね？
Maybe the fastest way. I could talk to Hanyu directly, that would make prove my nonsense true. But I felt uneasy. Even if I could talk to her, Yamamoto might be able to. This kind of magic items come up pretty often in stories. Maybe it was worth a shot trying. The crystal ball out of my pocket.
そのビー玉が通信機かい？
やっぱりそう思うわよね。私もビー玉だと思ったわ。
Crystal ball's light was extremely weak. As it got dimmer, it was also taking longer to restore lately. Talking to her several days ago, the light weakened again. It's hard time recovering. Much light wasn't quite enough. Looks like you need a little bit more time to recover.
このビー玉に光が宿ってるのがわかる？
どうだろう、光の反射じゃないかい。でも綺麗なビー玉だね。ラムネ瓶の玉かい。
とんでもない。フルデ神社の至宝、カムのなんたらとかいうありがたい宝だそうよ。ラムネ瓶の玉に見えるって点では悪いけど私も同感ね。
フルデ神社の。ふんふん。これでどうやって羽生と会話を。
私は額に当てるようにするわ。すると声が聞こえるの。
Really tried. But his eyes let out a low groan. Probably wouldn't work. Tell because it wasn't me or because the power is too weak.
申し訳ないが
Riku was just reading man! Why is he on the phone?
君はどうだね。
羽生と話すにはある程度の力が回復してないといけない。貸して。私でもダメね。まだ回復しきっていない水晶玉では羽生の声を聞くことができないわ。
Push his head against my forehead. What felt was a cool sensation. Can feel the power in it.
そうか。それは残念だな。
日数を重ねると多少は力が回復するようなの。時間をもらえればきっとまた会話ができるようになるわ。その時もう一度試してもらえれば。
そうかい。じゃあもし会話ができるようになったらぜひわしにも会話をさせてくれないかね。
ええ、もちろんよ。このままじゃ頭が変になったおかしなことを思われて終わりだもの。その失礼な誤解を解かなくちゃ後味が悪いわ。
その水晶玉の神通力はどのくらいの時間を待てば回復するんだい。
もう少しだと思う。もう一晩も待てばひょっとすると大丈夫かもしれない。力が戻ったらあなたに教えるわ。
ありがとう。待ってるよ。もし羽生と話をさせてくれたらわしも君が元の世界へ帰れるように協力しようじゃないか。どうだね。
本当に。
The honey runs to obviously assurance. Two people at a time take us through piles of literature would be halved. Well, can help if a cat at this point, so it's real great. On the other hand, had to think about what Yamamoto felt. For Yamamoto right now is a dangerous person who said she might even commit murder over a delusion. That's taking me such an understanding way to try to keep me communication ghost. It doesn't actually believe me. But Hanyu and Yamamoto could talk and clear all those fears away, have to believe in supernatural phenomenon Hanyu and me. Our real world didn't usually work out that well. After all, even I made Hanyu talk to him, Karen as always says, of Yamamoto not hearing anything. Convey what she was saying, but she wouldn't believe it. I mean, I had the option of not trying. I didn't give up before doing it. I'd try everything. Wasn't that the lesson I learned from this 100-year journey?
約束よ。ちゃんと羽生と話ができたら信じて。会う会うしか言わない。およそ神様っぽくないやつだけどね。
約束するよ。羽生と話をさせてくれたら君の話を信じよう。でももし羽生と話ができなかったらどうする？
I didn't actually think you replied like that, and it confused me.
どうするって言われても。
君が勝ったら君の話を信じる約束になってる。じゃあわしが勝ったら君がわしの話を信じるという約束にしないかな。どうだね。公平だろ。
山本の何の話を信じろと。
Oh, they told me to go for a largest hospital, get my head a proper look at. Of course, there's absolutely nothing wrong with my head, so it comes with 0 results. I bet they might say to take mine and give me psychotropic drugs or something. The drug that makes me incredibly lethargic and will do anything before. Dangerous patients take terrible things and sometimes actually do them. Maybe talk like that would be the same as killing me. Sounds like a fair condition, but looked at my skills weren't my favorite to begin with. Shouldn't have told this stuff to a man I barely knew. After all, I began to regret my decision. Tofu said it was all a drill. Can you believe me, Nipa? My last resort, I used in my attempt to have Yamamoto and Hanyu communicate failed. I abandoned the possibility Yamamoto could be my ally while trying first.
じゃあ明日はちゃんとリカちゃんのために予定を空けておこう。それでいいかい？
Made a suggestion, taking a look out of his coat and going over his other appointments. Nada said I agreed.
And then we're gonna have to kill him because he's the anomaly in this world.
Playing a very dangerous game. Mika.
When hasn't she played a dangerous game?
リカちゃん
For sure.
Rika-chan, I'm gonna kill you. Okay, alright, let's break the episode here, because I think the next one will be the last one for... The fuck is this thing called again? What are we? Who are we? Why are we? What is my...
SAIKOROSHI?
Yeah, SAIKOROSHI.
Really? You think this is the last one?
No, the one after this will be the last one for SAIKOROSHI.
Really?
I think
Okay.
so. I have a feeling. I got a feeling that
I
tonight...
know that's supposed to be short.
Yeah. Any last words, Griffin?
No, I think we're good.
Alright, until then, have a
Right
good...
into it.
Yeah, peace.